As a dog groomer, these are some of my slicker brushes, and I wanted to talk about, slicker brushes today. So these are some of them I have, and I do have my own Standard Poodles, and I groom a lot of dogs. Most of them are small, and they all have different coats and different lengths of coats. Some have shorter coats, some have longer coats. So I need a variety of slickers, and some of these are considered to be soft slickers, which are best for like fluff drying and just a daily maintenance and just to separate the hair. And others are meant to demat the hair. These are firmer, they have firmer pins. That one and this one is for dematting. So they're all different, and some of them are for just daily maintenance. If you would use a soft slicker every day and your dog has knots, it won't get out the knots. But you have to have a variety of slickers to get the job done. Even if you just have one dog, you need a variety of slickers. And today I wanted to show you my newest slicker brush. And this is my newest slicker brush. It's a Christensen brush. It is the Big G high density slicker brush, and this is the large size. Now it comes with this casing to protect the pins, and this is how it came. And you can also just keep this handy. You can just store your brush in here to protect the pins. All my brushes go in a drawer, so I'm going to keep this so they don't all get squashed. So we just open it up from the top, and it just slides right out of there. And look at this box. It's cute with the little paw print on each end. Is that ever cute? So this brush is coral in color. I do have another brush from the same company, and this is a more like a soft slicker with smaller pins. You can see the difference right here. See how small these are? And look how large these are. Look at this. So according to the research that I've done on this brush has 30% more pins than any of their other brushes. The pins are round ground, which prevents scratches on the dog's skin. So that's important too. All brushes are not the same, and some of them can cause scratches on the skin. So it's important that they protected the tips. I can even feel that with my finger. It's not sharp. And the pins are long and lofted, which helps get through the coat and through long coats and dense coats. Look how long the pins are. Isn't that amazing? I can't wait to use it. And this brush is great for double coated breeds, Standard Poodles, Doodles, and other similar breeds. It's great for dematting, getting out debris. It separates the hairs, adds volume, and makes the coat super fluffy. Now, slicker brushes have bent pins, and they come in different lengths, and you can see how tall, or how tall I guess these pins are compared to the other brushes. I'll show you a few. So this other brush, look at the difference. You can just see it right there. That's more like for shorter coats. Here's another one. Comparison. They're even, and you can see the other one's just sticking right out. They have a lot of pins. See, that one's short. It's kind of hard to see because it's black, but it's almost the same color. You can see the difference. Look at that. Now I'm going to put this brush to the test on my own Standard Poodles, and let's see how it works. Before I brush my dogs, I always use some kind of a spray. I am using another one of their products, a Christensen Ice on Ice Leave-In Detangler and Finishing Spray. So I'm just going to give them a light spray just to help the brush kind of, slide through it better. And let me just rub it in a little bit. So let's give it a whirl. I'm dying to know what it's going to feel like. I've never even used a brush with this long of pins before. All right, Oasis, are you ready? Let's try this. You can feel how tight his hair is. And since the pins are longer, it's meant to go through long coats. Like his hair is really long. See how long his hair is, right? It's like this long. That's really long. Okay, I'm just You know, it's really tight, so I'm not going to go quick and pull it. I'm just going to go slow. And when I feel a tug, I kind of stop, and then I'm going over it again. So what's happening is the knot is going toward the end of the hair, and it comes out that way. You don't want to just do one big yank. That's going to hurt. You got to do, just got to repeat it over and over. See, now you can see. You can tell how easy that is. Oh, wow. And let's see what your hair is going to look like. I'm not using a lot of pressure. Just do quick strokes. And when you feel a knot, just pull the brush away and redo it. You can just hear the difference in the hair. Okay, I'm going to get the back of your hair. So let's see, this one's a little tighter, so you're going to hear it. Sorry, my birds are singing upstairs. You can probably hear them singing. Okay, let's listen. So that noise you're hearing is because the hair is a little bit tight and tangles, and when they're out, there's no noise. You'll hear it when I'm done. Listen. The crunching noise is just basically the knots are becoming untangled. And once they're gone, you won't hear that noise. Alright, and this brush, you know, like I said before, it does get out the mats and it gets out any dead coat. Look at this. Who says poodles don't shed? That's just dead coat. And they do actually shed a little bit, but they shed like the dead coat. They're not shedding like, say, a golden retriever or a husky would. They shed like minimally. You'll see hairs here and there, but mostly the dead hairs come out when you brush them. And if there's knots, like he had knots, it's the knots that I'm brushing out that come out. So it's best to groom your dog often so you don't lose a lot of hair. So I'll show you a little trick how to get this hair out of there. Instead of using your hands, just use your comb. Just slide it in the brush and pull out the hair. Clean as a whistle. Look at this. That's all the dead hair, mats and dirt, debris. Look at the difference between this leg, come here baby, and the other leg. Look at this. And another way you can check your work is by using a comb, a metal comb. The metal comb is basically to check your work and to see if there's any knots. I don't feel any. The brush did a great job. Sometimes you might feel a couple or one or here and there. Just go over again with your brush. Alright, what a difference brushing makes. Look at the difference of the brushed leg with my new brush and the unbrushed leg. It's very nice, smooth, and once he's washed, it will look even better. Alright, so I'm still going to use the spray again. I'm actually going to lift his hair up because I feel a lot of tightness in here. And I want this to work for him in some knots. Yeah. Let's see how that brush will take up this knot. How'd you get a knot? Like, I just brushed him like 2 days ago. That's why I thought he's the perfect like model to use this brush on. So first I'm just going to brush over top of it just to loosen up the top coat. And I'm just doing it softly. Yeah, he's got a lot of tight tangles. You can see the brush getting like stuck. That's a good thing. That's okay. When it gets stuck, it's showing you that there's a knot or it's tight, and then you just go over it again. So again, you don't want to just go like this and yank. You're just doing short like strokes. When you do the short strokes over and over, it just loosens up that knot and brings it out to the end of the hair. Alrighty, so I'm just going to pick up his foot and do what's called like line brushing. You just bring down a little bit at a time. It's going through, it's going through. This will take a while. It's a slow process when you're working with dogs and brushing their hair. You don't want to rush it. It is working, it's just because its coat is very tight and dense, and I'm just lifting up the coat so I can just do a little bit at a time. If you have any dog with long hair, it's best to start at the bottom like this and work your way up. You just want to create a line. You can see a line, you can see the skin. It's called line brushing. I think I mentioned that already. Yeah, because he has so much hair. I mean, I did brush over the top, but that's just loosening the top. Like if we were just to do this and say, oh, there, he's done. He's not done. He's not done. He's got a lot of hair underneath. Just want to spray some more spray. That spray is great. It works wonders. It takes out the tangles very well. That's all knotted right here. Stay, honey. So when I'm taking this brush and I'm just like separating the hairs and it's coming out. The brush is working like great and the spray is working as well. Yes. Oh yes. Yep. When they got really long hair, you can hold it like this in your hand. If you got like a troubled knot that isn't coming out, you don't want to keep pulling. You can just, when you brush it, you can hold it at the base and just brush. So that way you're not pulling like at the skin. Yep, so the brush got out all the knots. I don't feel any knots. I'm able to glide the comb right through it. I didn't catch, I haven't caught any knots at all. Yeah, I did a great job. So here's a closer look at the leg. You can see the fluffy leg was obviously brushed with the brush and then combed, but this is the opposite leg that hasn't been brushed yet. And look at the difference. Isn't that beautiful? You look so handsome. Now I'm going to have to brush the rest of you. So overall, yes, I love this brush. It did a great job on especially Benny's hair because it's so dense. I thought nothing's getting through that. I have to cut it really short. But it worked, and I'm really enjoying this. I can't wait to brush your ears and your head with this. And I highly recommend you having one of these in your grooming box and for your dogs, and especially if you are a groomer, you definitely need one of these as you groom different dogs with different coat types and different lengths, and for your dogs at home as well, especially for there's doodles. There's a lot of doodles these days with thick curly hair, Standard Poodles or any other dog, mixed breeds, golden retrievers, any dog, shedding dogs. I highly recommend using this brush, and I hope you like my review and using this brush to show you how it works. And check out all my links down below for my Amazon store and all my other grooming videos. You can probably find this brush on my Amazon store. I'll make sure there's a link there. Hopefully I can find a link for you. And yes, it's a nice, beautiful brush. And I never even talked about the handle. Look at that. It fits right into your hand. It's very comfortable and it's very lightweight. Very important, very lightweight. See the handle? Put here. Perfect fit. It's amazing. It's so lightweight. It's not heavy. It doesn't hurt your hand. And the handle, look at the shape. Oh, I'm in love with it. I'm in love with my brush.